Chat, say hi. Say good afternoon, YouTube. Hi, internets. Say hi, internets. All you creepy weirdos out there. Keyboard warriors, you get them. Get shy on the internet? Bullshit. Good afternoon, everybody. It is August 22nd, and Destiny 2 and Bungie released the final shape showcase today. We're going to kind of like talk over it now on stream and kind of go over a couple of different things and a couple talking points, like what we saw. If you don't care about Destiny, then just freaking get off this video. But we just wanted to kind of talk about a couple different things. I'm here with Samurai Sam and Buster. We're going to kind of talk about a couple of things. What was like your first impression?
I mean, I think that Bungie's been doing showcases for a long time, right? They're very good at presenting and talking about what they're gonna do, but all in all, like, I liked a lot of the stuff that it seems like they're gonna be doing. I think one of the biggest things that I thought was funny, and I know we talked about this, was that, you know, they're changing the way that seasonal content drops, because most people's biggest complaint was, oh, you know, seasons seem kind of long and drawn out, you know, like there's not enough things to do through that period of time. And here they are trying to give you more things to do in a shorter period of time, you know, keep you interested throughout the, you know, chapters is what they called it. Instead of just one season a quarter, now you're getting like 2 or 3 seasons a quarter is essentially what they did.
Correct.
To keep people interested. And of course, reading through chats and stuff today, it's just like everybody was like, oh, you know, so like they're just gonna end up charging us more, or, you know, this is their idea of changing seasonal content, blah blah blah. It's like, kind of takes me back to that point that it's like you could literally make the perfect game and people would still find ways to complain about it. It's like Bungie's sitting here literally giving the PvE people what they've been complaining about. Here they are giving you a solution to it, and it's still doesn't make them happy. So it's just like,
but nobody's ever happy anymore, Sam. Isn't it the thing? Like, literally, like I'm on Twitter right afterwards and just looking at everybody like, like, well, they should do this, and it's just like they should just change this and do that. Like, bro, like, just enjoy the damn junk for a second, man. Like, just enjoy the moment that you're in and the hype and stuff like that. Like,
and that's always my, like, I know it's like, you know, it's not the greatest argument in the world, and it's like the easy fix, right? It's the easy answer, but at the same time, it's not. It's like if you can truly never be satisfied with a game and you truly want to make a difference, go make it. If you think you know so much about it and how easy it is to deliver on these things and how easy it is to create a perfect user experience, tell me. That's something I've always been an advocate of, right?
Yep.
Like, if you are going to make an argument, show me that you can do it differently, or just show me the evidence, right? Like, if you're gonna sit there and tell me that somebody's a terrible person, show me evidence, right? If you're gonna sit there and tell me that Bungie doesn't know what they're doing and they don't care and you think you can do better, show me. Where's the evidence?
Where is it?
I'm not, like, I'm 100% in agreement that, you know, Destiny's at an all-time low right now, right? Like, it's just kind of been going through the motions is what it's felt like, you know? And I get that, and that's fine, but they're sitting here telling you they're trying, but you're never going to be satisfied. So maybe you should lower your expectations.
Like, I wasn't like, oh, they should have done this today. I was thoroughly excited. I kind of thought it was awesome.
I think there's a lot of good new things coming. We don't know a lot. That one guy dropped the hint of there would be, you know, new PvE style like games and like game modes and stuff coming. So it's like, I'm excited. There's one thing that Bungie never screws up, and it's the initial launch and the DLC, because of that story. Because they just have never effed up a story before. Yeah,
and no matter what anybody wants to say, Lightfall, they said that they were going to take it in a different direction, and they did. And you know what? Like, they're hearing feedback from it, both positive and negative, but I thought it was fine.
The argument has been that Destiny is falling down so much because they are taking and putting resources into their next IP. Why has nobody ever thought and brought up the very logical point? Did you ever think that they're taking those resources and putting it into final shape? This is their end game. This is a 10-year buildup, like quite literally the final act.
You need to nail this.
of Destiny. Like, why has nobody ever brought up the argument that maybe they're pouring everything into this to make it close to perfect as they can? Everybody's so fast to just be like, oh, well, they don't care about us. They're already going to the next, their next game and their next title and blah blah. I was like, okay, but what if they aren't?
A couple of interesting things that have been coming out with like articles and stuff like that are the unseen things, right? Like Paul Tassi put out an article about the currency system, how it was a jumbled mess of I mean, we all know, like, how many currencies do we have? You had this currency, you had to do this, you had this for this, and it's like, holy heck, like they're literally condensing it back down to the core 4, core 5 currencies. You have your Glimmer legendary shards, you have your outside ones, silver and bright dust, you have your golf balls, you have your cores. They got rid of all supposedly, what I'm reading, the changes that they meant to leveling, so like we won't ever have to go into Shuri again to level weapons. You can spend your resources on it if you have it. So like that's like, and people complain about, oh, we don't have anything. Bro, I have never gone below 10,000 freaking legendary shards, and I spend a lot of stuff economy wise. Kind of reminds me of how Diablo is, like going through Diablo. Like you don't have any resources, but what do? You grind things out. You have things, you delete things. You save the pieces, you save the pearls. Like it's like sifting through the sand.
Shards is still fine. Like I'm not strapped for cash.
No. I'm just saying it's the overall thing. Everybody will find something to bitch about. I need, well, then play the game and get weapons and delete the weapons, because like, again, it's a looter shooter. What do you do with that?
I don't need. I've just got 4 like open world weapons and 4 swords, and I don't need any of them.
Yeah, but you delete them all, and there's your economy. And then if you do find that one, and it is one that you can upgrade a pattern and stuff, now your investment of the time that you went to go get those guns and stuff like that you didn't need, that you deleted, now goes back into getting that freaking perfect gun. I took some, the little pre-show thing was really cool, really like memorable type things going through from day 1 all the way through Lightfall. They showed a lot of the cool cutscenes. Them showing Kate again, sad. I mean,
homage that they paid to a lot of the like iconic moments over the last 10 years. Huge. Like,
huge.
Even going back to D1, like they did a great job on it.
Oh, huge. They got through that, and then they released the trailer. And here's the trailer. You know, the thing I took out of that was, I don't know, it looked like better than some of the ones they've done in the past, just visually a little bit more. I think it's just maybe the vibe of it.
They did exactly, like, I feel like with the trailer they did exactly what they did with like the pre-show stuff. Like you kind of see it going through all these, major events through the timeline of Destiny, right? Like even that, obviously that iconic moment of the first time you probably ever picked up the Galahorn, right?
So we're going inside the trap. That's going to be cool. They were talking about how it's going to be like a linear progression, and it kind of like reminded me of what their goal with Rooted Nightmares was that the thing was kind of like almost like a circle, and you kind of like circle back around to where you started, and it was a transformation. And supposedly this is like the same thing, like it's transforming throughout and progressively as you get closer. It was cool to see like how things were being constructed and growing like life, and then you saw it start to kind of decay. The new enemies that we saw, the subjugators, they look cool.
It's like Volk's children.
It's Volk's kiddos. Yeah, so they have strand and stasis. Like there's this noise cue, and they pop in, and they're usually with a mass horde. Just think about it, that you have 20 cursed all around, and then all of a sudden these subjugators give them darkness like arc buddies. So the raid will actually be the end of the story. So the raid actually has a story, like most of them have with it, but most of it's been like a side story, like kind of to. Yeah, this is kind of like, they said the witness is a boss, but one thing that I did hear them say when they were saying that, like they're like, this is where all your big bosses will be and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, you will fight the witness inside the raid, but they were kind of like, a couple of the words that they were saying made it sound like he's not the final boss. We saw new supers. The Warlock's getting a new solar super, the Titans getting a new void super.
Be careful how you state that. Like new portions to the existing supers. Like it's not.
Oh, it's not a new super. It's not not a new.
Right.
Got
It's
it.
not a new
Yeah.
subclass.
Sorry. Okay. So they're getting new
Like
things added to their
like
current
branches.
ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a new branch, and yeah, Warlock one. You have like all your abilities are like golden gun bullets, and you can just fire off your things, and you have a little moth that goes chasing things around and blows things up and stuff like that. The Titan one looked cool. You throw a couple axes.
I thought the Titan one looked really good.
I like the thing where you could go and pick up the axe. So like if I'm a hunter and he gets done that ability, I can go pick up the axe as well. Like so the whole team
Right.
can pick up axes and just go ham on everybody. The hunter arc one, I loved it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I mean that's almost what we've talked about before. Before we got the most current ability to kind of transfer the whirlwind thing.
It's ridiculous.
It's just so fitting. You're not gonna do something to where you make something, another like solar kind of match the golden gun again, because I mean that's what you think about when you think of hunters. You think of Cade, you think of golden gun, like that's a hunter, right?
Yes.
Like you can blink to where you want to go and then boom, you come out of the blink and you just unleash hell on them.
They talked about the new aspects and stuff like that. The Warlock's finally getting a soul buddy, which shouldn't be a shocker for everybody. They have a buddy for everything else, and that was the only real thing that was lacking, was solar. Yeah, I really didn't pay attention too much. Really don't care until I'll see that. We know Cade's coming back. We saw a synopsis of that. We saw Nathan Filoni in the studio recording. They said that they were never going to end the story without him, and that makes sense. The weapons, the exotic weapons, they showed that tessellation exotic. That looks like it's going to be trouble because literally it harmonizes with your subclass, so it'll fire that, and then you can enhance it with a grenade to make a high powered projectile. Like, geez, they said something about a golden gun sniper. I'm more interested in the trace rifle that shoots the traveler beam. Honestly, I want to go making plants. I just want to make like a little garden out of enemies.
I like I think one of my favorite ones that I think will be super fun is that auto rifle that can not only kill enemies, but you can switch the bullets actually heal your allies. I thought that was an awesome concept.
I love the concept. Yeah, you have your sweaty, aggressive players in both PvE and PvP.
Supportive stuff.
There never has been minus like a well or a bubble, and a bubble is like supportive in the sense.
There's Lumina, but Lumina is not good.
Well, but this is, you can just switch your rounds whenever you need to. Like, yeah, you're not going to be doing damage to enemies, but like if somebody needs a quick breather real quick, they get into like a pinch, you can get them to where they can escape a little bit more efficiently.
So many, like, it'll be so useful for GMs and stuff.
A rocket projectile sidearm, the D1 guns that they're bringing back.
It's gonna be amazing.
Kvastov, Red Death, Dragon's Breath. All in all, I thought it was great. I'm excited. Again, I've always been on the side of it entertains me. I love playing it, so I'm intrigued and looking forward to it.